Specific to your position, I mean, you only brought in, one player for this class, but, I mean, tell me a little bit about Cole and how you feel about him and how that process went.
We're really excited about Cole. He's a big-time get for us. We think he's a big-time player. We've had him in camp. We've had him down here on campus a bunch of times, and not only excited about his ability, but excited about him as a person. But football-wise, a guy that should come in and compete to get some catches next year.
Yeah, absolutely, and you've had some good success with Coeur d'Alene tight ends also, Chase Blakely.
Yeah, it's awesome to get another one. We're expecting big things from both those guys.
So tell me a little bit about the this recruiting process, like maybe your involvement, I guess, more specifically, and how you feel about the class overall.
Really excited about this class. I think there's some big-time players in it. We kind of start by area and identify the guys, and then we all help each other recruit them to get them here once we identify the guys we're really looking for. And couldn't be more excited about this group. There's some good size. There's some a lot of toughness, a lot of leadership, and some great playmaking ability. So, yeah, we couldn't be more excited about this crew.
How do you feel the early signing period went? Like, what was kind of your take on that? As far as, I mean, it changes the timeline pretty drastically.
Yeah, it was tough, but we got here and we got the guys signed we expected to sign, and still, might be a surprise or two coming, but we're excited about the guys that have already signed, and looking forward to getting them here. But yeah, it was a challenge between playing in the championship game and then the early bowl game. We were either game planning or on the phone, and I think we made it out for maybe 4 or 5 days, and Coach Harsin, really more than anybody, he was kind of flying back and forth every day to see some guys at night or whatever the case might be. The rest of us were kind of out and here, and maybe one guy would tag along with him or something. But it was a real collaborative effort to get everything done, because the guys that were here were working on the game plan. The guys that were on the road were recruiting, but we had to get it all done, and just step up and take care of business, whatever that takes.
You didn't lose. I mean, you didn't lose anybody though, right? Because some other school got to go visit them and you didn't, or whatever. I mean, there wasn't.
No, but there were a lot of phone calls making sure that guys understood that just because we're not there, it's because we can't be there.
Mm-hmm.
So is there a bit of relief with having all these guys locked down that early?
Yeah, yes, it is now. It's just harder for guys to poach our guys, but they still tried. Yeah, we were battling there at the end, and but a credit to these guys. They all stayed strong and knew exactly what they wanted to do. I think they formed a pretty close bond with each other, and that probably helped as much as anything.
Well, how do you feel about last year you didn't have any tight ends to your group, right?
Was no, we didn't.
Yeah. So now you actually had to. You're out there going for some guys this year. But how do you feel about it? How it turned out for you?
Good. Yeah, really excited about Cole. He was the guy we had our sights set on the whole time. We had him in camp here, so we felt like we knew what we were getting exactly. Hard worker, tough guy, great athlete, speed, hands. Should be a big play guy for us, and we'll have the opportunity to compete next year.
Is he the one that you're just going for one this year? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yep. No. We had offered a couple other guys somewhere along the way, but he was the guy we felt all along was kind of our number one guy.
I don't know when we're going to get you again, so I was wondering a couple of questions about the season. You lose Jake and Alec now. What do you we saw John at the end of the year start to step up a little bit, but how do you kind of look at your group going into next year?
Really excited about John. He had, his bowl game was his best game. We didn't throw it to him. We threw it to Al instead, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But he played really well. And so really excited about him, and just saw tremendous growth over the end. And Matt Pistone was a guy that really stepped up at the end of the year and did some good things. So having those guys and being able to count on them and know what you're going to get is huge. And then, we essentially get a starter back in Chase. So we're really excited about that. I mean, he would have played as much as Jake or Al had he been healthy, and to get him back and 100% is really exciting for us.
I mean, there was beginning of the year, or last year, whatever it was, you had 7 guys we thought
Yeah.
could play and all this, and I know you feel, it sounds like you have some, but the depth's not quite maybe as what it's been in the last couple of years. How do you feel overall about the?
Good. We got a couple young guys we're redshirting, and Nick Crabtree's a guy that can kind of swing back and forth. So still have ways to use him. So we're going to be fine. We're excited about it, and I think we got a really talented crew. So I think that helps.
Special teams wise, I mean, how did you feel like you got out of that group? And obviously, you brought in a couple transfers that both ended up winning jobs, and both had pretty good seasons.
Yeah, excited about them. Got them all back. So we'll have to replace Brock Barr, which would be a big deal. But we've got some guys in the program that can do that. So yeah, excited, ready to roll.
I mean.